Good morning, Writing 394, and welcome to week 3. This week, we're introduced to two important elements for organizing our thoughts towards our final paper. You may recall from the big picture in our course home underneath of our announcements. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at this, please take a look at, it's not coming up as fast as I would like it to. Please take a look at this screencast called The Big Picture. It helps to introduce you to how each of the papers work together. And this week you begin the work for your second writing assignment. Writing assignment number 2, the synthesis of literature review. So the big picture is you are beginning to hone in more finely on your final paper topic. The communication issue or problem or significant barrier that you find in your work or home place that you're going to research further, investigate, devise a solution, and then propose it in a formal fashion through a research-based report. The beginning of that stage is what's called the synthesis of literature review. And this is where we're going to go out and cull secondary sources. That means information that others have written and published. We're going to cull that using our UMUC OneSearch library, cull those vast resources. Using the techniques we learned last week, we're going to hone in or funnel our understanding and our refining our topic, and then determine 7 to 10 articles that identify issues surrounding the topic that you've selected. Once you've done that, once you've identified those 10 articles, 7 to 10 articles, then you will determine how they work together within themes. Some of the articles are going to focus on one aspect of your problem. Other articles will focus on a different aspect, and still others will focus on yet another. So your task is to determine how these articles relate or synthesize, how they stitch together to help develop more fully elements of the argument that you're making. Now, one of the great things about a synthesis review is that you're using someone else's research to support, as the introduction to this, to support the ethos. It's building the credibility, the ethical component that all writers bring to their formal writing, is that level of authenticity where it is supported by evidentiary research. So your research and then subsequent dividing into themes of those pieces of research that you found is the basis or the real foundational fabric of writing assignment number 2. The great part about week number 3 is that, and I'm pulling it up in the wrong, you'll notice this separate center here, this separate section called week 3, the effective writing workshop. I am so excited to help to have Nancy Hardy as our guest lecturer this week. She works with the Effective Writing Center, and not only are we going to go over in much more detail elements of effective writing and the process of writing, but she's also going to introduce you to this amazing resource located just underneath the library tab in your resources section. It is the Effective Writing Center, and that's where Nancy Hardy works for at UMUC. And in this Effective Writing Center, you'll note and you'll see some areas that, oh my gosh, my computer is taking so long to come up. Sorry about that. The Effective Writing Center is a place for you to gather, help, ask questions, look for resources on all of the topics related to writing, which is what our business writing course is all about. One of the things I love the most about this is this submit your paper area. And I'm sure Nancy's going to go over this in this additional workshop within this week. So the Effective Writing Center is an additional resource. Not only last week did we learn how awesome the library is at UMUC, but this week you'll see an even an even greater, very personalized tool for you. So this is the workshop embedded within, and you'll notice that some of the areas have a response required, and some of the areas say no responses required. So this is in addition to our regular week 3, and this is extra credit. Your participation is up to you. It's extra credit that's added to your final score. In week 3, what is due you have your readings, your discussion topics for this week, and again, there are additional topics. This is where you'll begin to look through your synthesis of literature review topic and refine your topic even further. At the bottom of the week 3, it has underneath your assignments. This is the assignment sheet that describes all of the requirements for the synthesis of literature review. So this is the PDF that you'll need to review, and if mine will ever come up. Here we go. One more time. I apologize. My computer needs to go to the workshop itself. Come on, let's go. For a lightning fast computer, it's not working good. It's not cooperating so well. So this is the PDF that it describes all the components of writing assignment number 2. And it's off of this that Nancy will be working with you to base some techniques and tips of how to write. And the most important part of learning how to write effectively is managing and organizing your writing. And so welcome to week 3. It's a chock full week packed with lots of great tools and tips that will really push us forward as we head towards the midpoint of the course next week.